Off the top tonight, a multi-million-dollar Grand River restoration project might be put on hold a year longer, but some are already imagining new opportunities along the Grand.
New tonight, 24-Hour News 8's Marvis Herring shares a few of those ideas and the current bump in the road for the projects. Marvis?
Good evening. The $45 million river restoration project in downtown Grand Rapids was expected to start next year, but some equipment to keep invasive species out needs specific state and federal permits. For now, the project's on hold, but not the brainstorming.
I'm Chris Chamberlain. I'm the captain of the Michigan Princess Riverboat in Lansing, Michigan.
Captain Chris Chamberlain brought this model riverboat to Grand Rapids today.
We'd like to see more activity on the waterfront in Grand Rapids, Michigan, and we have a boat that we think would fill that void in the market.
He's not alone in wanting to see more activity on the Grand River and Grand Rapids. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers held an open house at DeVos Place today. The focus was how restoring the rapids on a 2.5-mile stretch through downtown Grand Rapids may affect the environment.
What's going to go on in Grand Rapids? How are you going to put the rapids back into Grand Rapids? What does the project mean?
Those were a few of the questions the Great Lakes Fisheries Commission fielded at today's event. The main concern before taking the next steps are these invasive critters, sea lamprey.
You start talking with folks and they realize that the current dam protects almost 2,000 miles of river from sea lamprey infestation. You start to get a good understanding that something needs to be in place to prevent that movement of lamprey before the 6th Street Dam comes out.
Tonight, Restore the Rapids advocates remain optimistic that the tide will roll on this project by 2020. And while some see riverboats, others see endless possibility. Do you think it could open new opportunities for Grand Rapids and for the Grand River?
It seems inevitable. So there are a lot of people that actually could envision a transformed downtown, whether made it more livable or walkable or a place to recreate.
No doubt some exciting possibilities there, and the push to restore the rapids would likely require the removal of the 6th Street Dam. Right now, it just comes down to how to do that without sea lamprey taking over. Grand Rapids city officials propose putting a hydraulic barrier in between Leonard and Ann Streets, but that first needs federal approval. Marley.